Hey guys, it's Kim. In today's video, I am going to be doing the Netflix Booktag. It was created, I think, last year by Whitney from A Darker Shade of Whitney. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. First question is, recently watched, what is the last book you finished reading? And that would be Winter Song by S.J. Jones. If you don't know what this book is about, it's about a girl named Liesel whose sister is taken by the Goblin King, and like any good sister, she has to try and get her back. So that's like the quick version of what this book is about. Got a lot more stuff in it going on than just that. But this was the last book I finished. The next question is top picks. Book or books that have been recommended to you based on previous books that you've read. I think every book that I read is recommended to me based on other books that I read, but I just picked one, and it was My Lady Jane. So I read this last year. It's a story about Lady Jane Grey, the historical figure, but it's got like a twist to it, like that's not really what happened, this is what happened. Anyway, I think I explained that terribly, but yeah. Question 3 is recently added, the last book you bought. I bought 2 books on the same day a couple weeks ago. One of them was Rainbow Rowell's Fangirl, and this is the Target edition. I love it because it's got stuff in it. It's got like pictures. And then the other one is The Valiant by Leslie Livington. Basically, all I'm going to say about this book is if you don't know what this one is about, I'm pretty sure everyone's heard about Fangirl, but if you don't know what this one is about, it's just told in like the Julius Caesar time, which I thought was cool. So I'm excited to read this. Question 4. Books that everyone knows about, 2 that you've read, and then 2 that you have not read but don't want to read. So 2 that I've read that everyone knows about, it seems, I think would be Wayfarer, the second book in Alexander Beckett's Passenger Duology. I feel like everybody knows this book, so this is one of them. And then Caraval by Stephanie Garber. So, I mean, Magical Circus. Like, I mean, it's a pretty popular book right now. People seem to know this one too. As far as popular books that I don't have any interest in reading, I feel like that's hard for me because I don't think I ever really like oppose any book. As long as it's not nonfiction, I will not do. I really, probably not. But there is one in particular, just because I'm not into it, I don't think I would read it, and that's Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. And the reason for that is I read the first 2 books in the Divergent series, and I just wasn't like as enamored with those books as everybody else seemed to be. And then the 3rd one, I didn't even read it because I heard what happened at the end, and I was like, okay, I'm not into that. But yeah, so another reason, I've heard a lot of negative things about it, and I don't think I'm gonna do that one. Alright, question 5 is comedies. Pick a funny book. So, I don't normally read funny books. I'll read a book that's classified as funny, and then I won't find it funny because my sense of humor, I think, is different than other people's. But one book that I did read, and I read it a while back, is a book by Meg Cabot that's called, the series is called the 1-800 series. I'm not sure what the first one's called When Lightning Strikes. But it's about a girl named Jessica, or Jess, who gets struck by lightning, and then she wakes up the next day with the ability to find missing children if you show her a picture of them. Oh my god. Anyway, it's so funny. The main character is so snarky and she's so sarcastic, and I loved her because I could just see myself in her because I'm like that too. I don't know if you can tell, but I really am like that. And so I just like died laughing in this book and in the next 4 books. It's a 5-book series, but I love this series. It is so funny to me. 6 is drama, a character who is either a drama queen or a drama king. I think anybody who's read the Selection series by Kiera Cass can agree that America is a drama queen. 7 is animated, so books with cartoons on the cover. I don't know if these classify as the answer to that, but I'm gonna go with Brittany Cavallero's A Study in Charlotte, and then The Last of August. So this one came out last year, I think, and this one just came out this month. But if you haven't read these, they're Sherlock Holmes like retellings kind of deal. So it's the like great granddaughter of Sherlock Holmes, whose name is Charlotte Holmes, and then like the great grandson of Watson, whose name is Jamie Watson. So that's what these are about. I haven't read The Last of August, but I have read Study in Charlotte, and I really enjoyed it, so I'm super excited to read this one. And anyway, covers are kind of cartoonish, I think. Question 8 is watch it again, a book or series that you really love and would reread. I would probably have to say Stephenie Meyer's The Host. I love that book and I would reread it again. That is one of the few books that I have that is like really worn out because I've read it so many times and I just love it so much. But yeah, definitely reread that one. Question 9 is documentaries, a nonfiction book that you would recommend to everyone. So I think I said it earlier in this video that I do not do nonfictions. I really don't. I don't prefer them. I'm really into fiction, and nonfiction I'm just like, no. But I have read nonfiction because it's been assigned to me in school. Like if it's assigned to me in school, I mean I'll read it, but if it's not, then I won't touch it. But if I had to recommend one, it'd probably be Camp 14, and I don't remember who it's by, but that is a good one. It's about a man who was born in a concentration camp in North Korea. You see his life inside the concentration camp, and then you see his life like once he gets out and escapes the concentration camp, because he actually does escape and he gets to tell his life story and somebody writes it down for him. But so you get to see both sides of that, and also just like the effects of his life outside of the concentration camp, just because, you know, he was born and he grew up there, so like kind of like his struggles and stuff like that. So that's a really good book, actually. I really did enjoy it. Well, not necessarily enjoy it, but I didn't like hate it while I was reading it, which is usually the case with nonfiction books. But I did like it. It was interesting, and I finished the whole thing, and it was good. It really is a thought-provoking book, and it opens your eyes to a lot of things. So I would recommend that one if I had to recommend a nonfiction book to somebody. Question 10, action and adventure, an action-packed book. I would probably have to say Natalie C. Anderson's City of Saints and Thieves is pretty action-packed. It's about a girl whose mother was murdered, and so now 5 years later, she's trying to get revenge on the person she thinks killed her mother. So anyway, it's very action-packed. I mean, it's not like action, but there are some pretty good action scenes in here, I think. And it's a really good book. I really enjoyed it. Question 11, new releases. So a book that just came out, or a book that's going to come out that you can't wait to get your hands on, and that would probably be, well, there's so many this year that are coming out that I'm just like, gimme. But I guess I'll pick like the next one that's coming out that I really want to read, and that's Nemesis by Brendan Reichs. If you don't know what that book is about, it's about a girl named Min who every 2 years on her birthday, she gets murdered and she comes back to life. And then it's also about Noah, he's plagued by nightmares full of murder. So I don't know how they connect, but somehow they do. Anyways, Min decides to, after like 5 years of this happening, she decides to start investigating why this is happening. She wants it to stop happening to her, which I mean, who wouldn't? And I mean, it just sounds really good and I really want to read it, so yeah. So 12 is Max, and that's tag a bunch of people. And I'm not going to tag a bunch of people because one, this book tag came out last year, so I feel like most everyone's done it. And two, I'm not really personally like friends with anybody on YouTube, so I feel like that's kind of weird of me to do that. But anyways, I will link the original video of the person who did it in the description box below in case anybody wants to watch it, and I'll put the questions on there also in case anybody wants them. So feel free to use them if you would like to. Alright, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.